SillyPseudonym play more Nova Drift, and we're going to try and see what other fun things we can run into today. So far, not much because I cannot shoot. See, darts, maybe. We can try darts again. Warp, reflect, orbital, temporal. Amp really probably doesn't work that well for us here. Warp. Warp can make sense. Yeah, we'll try warp. Warp Viper, perhaps? Warp Viper with drone specialization? Not sure that really makes sense. Could be fun to try, though. Oh, and it automatically lets me construct drones, even though I have not taken the drone upgraded. Okay. That's... I guess the +2 construct limit just applies no matter what. Take a magnitude, sure. Got to get too greedy and kill myself over that, but it all worked out. Having this little friend drone here is very helpful. Interesting to see the Viper. The effect looks a little different. I wonder if that's changed. If I'm just misremembering. I see I have several upgrade points. I might actually want to spend those. Splinter could be useful. Ataraxia. Sure. Rate of fire up, definitely. Payload. Don't know if I want charge shot here. But do I want volley? Decreases projectile size, though. Let's try and see what happens. I could take drones, so I actually have something to upgrade the 2 ones I get with the specialization. Yeah, it's not too bad. Mine's probably not as useful. Maelstrom, I wasn't too impressed with Maelstrom with our last build. I think you really have to get more shield mods and aim towards that to really make that work. Let's try payload instead. Yeah, the splinter effect is very useful for these enemies. It keeps hitting more segments. Path. Sure. Focus fire. Yeah, let's try it. There go an awful lot of experience points, I must say. Charge shot probably is not what I want here. Blast radius could be okay. Construct assembly speed. Do I want that? I do want it, but self-destruct. Shielded constructs. Overseer, no, definitely not. Crash damage, essence sap. Not really what I was aiming for either. Doubles base projectile and adds one projectile. Let's try it. It's not amazing, but it's okay. I mean, sure, we can try it. Charge shot yet again, not really something we want. Burst fire to get towards barrage, on the other hand. That sounds like it could be fun. As usual, getting in towards the center so we can destroy these weaker spots. And again, the fragmentation is very useful here. Went pretty well, I think. Now, do I want the firing array? If it works with barrage as I think it does, and I get barrage, I think that might be very nice. Because it increases the central projectile, and then once we start firing one at a time, won't all my shots be the central projectile? I might be completely misunderstanding how that works, but I want to try and see. And there it is. So, more projectiles plus one projectile. Flat damage. Rapidly fires a barrage instead of burst fire or spread. One projectile at a time. So, modifiers have a plus between -50 and 0% attributes. And I do have to watch the slow recovery. But let's try and see. See if that damage over time is worth the other costs paid. And so far it seems to be working okay. Blast radius. Again, I don't know. We don't really have blast radius, I don't think, with this weapon. Except for maybe when it explodes due to fragmentation. Still, just a 15% damage bonus. Not horrible. On the other hand, maybe it's time I took some shields or something along those lines. Well, there's mastery. I think I'll definitely take that. Just a 5% increase to pretty much all my weapon statistics. That's not bad. Still need to work on actual hitting all these enemies, but not a horrible job so far. Oh, you do know I love me some Orbs of Discord, but I'm going to do something unthinkable and reroll instead. Get this shield cooldown. And get this. Not too shabby. Don't really want mines. Do I want allies? They'll be very slow. I think I'll just take velocity. I'm always firing my weapon. Not as useful with this setup. Snipe on their hand. Let's see if this works any better. It's not too horrible. Incendiary strike. A little extra damage over time, perhaps. It's doing okay. Not incredible damage, but it's noticeable. Finally can improve my drones a little bit. That went fairly well, I think. Let's see. Armor up. Tracking. I'll take the volatile shields. I do enjoy watching the explosion. The additional projectiles aren't bad, but boy, that's a big decrease to everything else. Don't think that's worthwhile. Just go for the whole strength, I guess. Once they start exploding, it doesn't take much, does it? Just cover the area with small fragments. I'll take that. Those shields are a tad annoying, but trying to confuse the enemy, I almost confused myself even more. Damn, I'm glad I took that extra hull regeneration. We'll try Revelation. It's a speculative pick, but maybe it's a good one. That'll make my drones much more powerful. Might should have gone with the double tap there. Or the burst fire, I should say. long as I can stay far enough away from it. This might kill me. A little close for comfort. Assault drones. Do I need more offense or defense with this build? And do I want to use a reroll to search for defense drones? We'll stick with what we have. That's a nice long convoy. Fairly powerful, I'd say. Sure. Free the drones. Thought we just killed you. There we are. Well, and there's Fleet. Guess we can just keep trying to build them. Not entirely sure how often we'll get to use that, but it'll be nice when we have it. Double tap. Should be a good rate of fire increase, and it is. Let's see if we survive. Let's try not to run right into the enemy. Try being the operative word. Yeah, that's why one of the drones let me focus on the larger group of enemies while they hunt down stragglers and enemies behind me, smaller threats like that. Now I'll take orbs. That was the Death Blossom ability triggering there. Throw out lots of little projectiles. Getting bounced around a fair bit. Sure. Spontaneous generation will make little swarm fighters, much like the carrier would, but they take damage over time, so they will eventually just die out on their own. But I think it's a good complement to my drone build I already have. Yeah, I think that's helping a fair bit. Not horribly powerful, but makes a difference. It makes lots of swarm craft when the large enemies die from it. Do I want that? I don't want the weapon recoil. Everything else I would take, not the recoil. Bit of plate armor. Not the worst idea in the world when we have to deal with all this, yeah. Stick with the armor theme for a little bit. was going to say, enemies must be around here somewhere. Galvanic outburst could help me survive. Yeah, this one's going to be tricky. Very tricky. Almost, but not quite. That was a fun build. I'm trying to think what I would have done differently. I think the drones really helped. Maybe not as much as I would have liked in some situations, because I could never really field a whole amount of them, large number, but I was able to make use of them to kill off some enemies. They cleared out some projectiles for me just by dying to them, so they were helpful in that regard as well. Still, that was interesting. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the changes they've made to this game, and looking forward to the new enemies update they've been talking about, where they're going to add more enemies and change their behavior, add more variety to bosses. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this game goes from now. Still very much in early access, but still a great deal of fun, so go look it up if you think you might enjoy it yourself. As ever, thank you all for stopping by.